way up in the air. You wanna jump up and get it?
Okay, ready? I'll jump. Okay, what do you want?
The ladies are, I think they.
Michael turned the heat on.
Yes.
Really, you can get a stick. Oh, that's better. Maybe you didn't win.
Smarty had a heart. Thinking of that, but I didn't try it.
Can I have volunteer that together? Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah. No, just on. Okay. Anyone else? Please sit down. So today, before we start our meditation, we would like to take this opportunity to do a blessing, short blessing ceremony. As you know, that we like to appreciate our friends and members, their contribution, their participation, their fellowship in our community. So whenever they are having their birthdays, we try to do this short ceremony. So today we have a special friend who is having her birthday in a few days. So I'd like to invite Aurora to come forward. Yes, come forward. We'll all like to give our blessings to you for your birthday. Yeah, please come here.
Thank you.
Yes, this is for you. Yes. Okay. So we want to appreciate, your participation, the positive energy you bring to our community, and always with your cheerfulness, and also your contributions in our discussions. Yeah, and and also appreciate guidance you are giving to Shreya. So we all want to give all our blessings, and everyone from for this crowd will send their good wishes to you, and we wish that may you be blessed with good health and physical and mental strength and more energy for you to pursue your passion to help others, and we will chant for that. So please, we prepare this plate for you. We offer flowers to the Buddha to appreciate the blossomed compassion of the Buddha. We offer lights to honor the great wisdom of the Buddha. So while offering this to the Buddha, I wish that in return, may you also grow in your compassion and wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can hold the thing, and we will go to chant. I will indicate later when to light. Okay. So we will chant for Aurora. May this chant give blessings to Aurora. May the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha be with you by the power of this wholesome vibration, these blessings. All the good wishes come towards you from all our beloved friends around you. May you be blessed with good health, peace, and happiness. May Aurora have the best year ahead. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te. Can take this. Right. Can take this, and can I stand up and so you can go around and
Oh gosh.
yeah. So please touch the plate from the bottom and wish a happy birthday.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
Am I starting?
Yeah, from there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is so nice of you. Thank you. I'm so overwhelmed. Thank you.
The monks, yeah.
Take it.
No, for the monks.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Oh.
Very, very happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
So,
it's so nice of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Let's do our regular chanting before our meditation. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Next page. The 5 precepts. Panati pata viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, adinna viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, kamesu micchācara viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, musavada viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, suramire majje pamadantana viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows based on 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the distraction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipansiko Openaiko Panchantang Veditabbo Vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samici Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Adante Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuniyo Pahuniyo Dakiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang Punyak Ketang Lokansati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light. Ganesaramparittene Dipene Tamadang Sina Tiloka Dipang Sambuddhang Pujayami Tamonudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttene dupena hang sugandhina pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajana muttamang. Offering of flowers. Vannagandhe gunopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami munindasse siripade saroruhi pujemi buddhang kusumena nene Punyena etena labami mokkang Kumpang milayati atai dhammi Kayo tathayati vinasa bhavan. Offering of water. Adivase tuno bante paniyang parikampitang anukampang upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Offering of drinks. ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbadhani supatitthitang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Incheva manchanda namaste namaste mano rate natte yang punyami sandang vipulang alatang tansanu bhavena hatante rayo Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the bee that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as they remove the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
One more question. Okay, let us support each other to engage in a committed meditation practice. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing. So, with loving kindness meditation, we cultivate our wholesome quality, our inner potential to be loving, our inner potential to be accepting, and we cultivate that wholesome quality. And with the breathing meditation, we will develop our mindfulness, and we also try to experience the very basis of life itself. And all other things in our life are all the embellishments, all the things that are collected around it. But the bare life itself is the breath. So in the breathing meditation, we just try to experience the bare life, the very basis of the life, and use it as a way to cultivate our insight and our awareness. So with that, we will engage in this meditation and make a determination and that I'm going to use this time wholeheartedly, and I'm going to use this wholesome space, this gathering, this guidance, and with using all these resources, I'm going to make a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and the chant, and help yourself to come to this moment. Throughout the chant and the bell, gather your attention, acknowledge your presence here, try to feel your body wherever it is touching now. Feel the pressed muscles in your body with the weight of your body, or feel any other touch sensation with your clothes, and try to pay attention to all this sensation in the body. So keep coming back to your body throughout the bell and the chant.
Dear spiritual friends, you just listen to the chanting Namo Buddhaya, which means pay homage to the Buddha. You are sitting in front of the Buddha. Everything is peaceful and calm. Sitting in this posture, take a moment to feel how you are keeping your body in this sitting posture. You are keeping your upper body upright and chin somewhat parallel to the floor. Both eyes are closed gently and both palms are resting on your lap, right palm on the top of left palm. Now feel this posture, your entire body, each and every parts of the body, and relax. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Feel your feet, your lower legs, your upper legs. Upper and lower back muscles, belly muscles. Feel the gentle pressing sensation in your muscles where your body meets the chair or the cushion. Feel your chest area, your both shoulders. To relax your chest area, simply take a deep, slow breath and slowly breathe out through your nostrils. And notice the relaxation in your upper body. As you are breathing out, you can feel how your body is relaxing. Be with your body. Feel your upper arms, lower arms, palms, fingers, and fingertips. The way you are keeping your both palms, there you can feel how the fingers are contacting each other. Feel the touching sensation in between your fingers. Feel your neck area, your facial muscles, forehead, and the top of your head. And relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Try to be in this still and stable posture. Feel the relaxation in your body. You are right here. You are with your body. Now it's time to notice where your mind is in this moment. And observe what is really happening in your mind right now. What is going on in your mind? You may have thoughts in your mind. Various thoughts are arising in your mind. Keep observing your mind. Let any thought occur in your mind. Observe and notice them. Thoughts arise in your mind in many forms, such as people that you know, you have met, objects, ideas, memories. They are just thoughts. You are right here. Without any judgment, observe all these thoughts and notice whether they are pleasant or unpleasant, wholesome or unwholesome, related to past, present or future. Mindfully observe, being right here, not allowing to those thoughts to drag your attention from your meditation. Just thoughts, 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 thoughts. Now, with this understanding about your mind and the thoughts, let's generate wholesome thoughts in our minds instead of these random thoughts. In this meditation, we are cultivating the thoughts of loving kindness, loving friendliness, good wishes to all beings to be well, happy, and peaceful. Loving kindness. It's the universal friendliness, the unconditional love that you can cultivate in your mind. You can start from yourself. Bring your attention to yourself, the person sitting right here. As an individual, think about your body, your mind, and your life. And genuinely make the wishes of loving kindness for you. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Let loving kindness grow within yourself and radiate the loving kindness throughout your body. Radiate loving kindness into each and every parts of the body, into all the internal systems, the organs, and the functions of the body, which are functioning for you even in this moment. Deeply appreciating that support. Radiate loving kindness throughout the entire body, from the skin to the internal organ of the body. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May the skin, the muscles, and the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate your loving kindness into all the systems, including the respiratory system, the vital function of the body, the cardiovascular system, cardiac muscles, the genitourinary system, the digestive system, the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, the immune system, the brain, the sensory faculties, the eyes, ears, nose, and tongue. Deeply appreciating of the support of these systems, the organs of the body. Radiate loving kindness. May all the systems, the organs, and internal functions of my body be healthy, Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. Loving kindness. What a beautiful thought. Feel that loving kindness within. You are full of loving kindness. It's like a blossoming flower in your mind. Now let's spread the fragrance of that flower beyond ourselves. Let's make the same genuine wishes of loving kindness to all others. The loving kindness you are generating is boundless, no limits, without exception. Let's expand our loving kindness. You can extend the same wishes of loving kindness to all these friends who are around you right here. Let's share the wishes of loving kindness with each other. May all these spiritual friends who are practicing the same meditation with me right here be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all these friends be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. While you are extending your loving kindness to others, feel their loving kindness as well. Now let's expand our loving kindness beyond this room. And you can think about your beloved ones in your life, your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, anyone else in your life. Think about them and make the same genuine wishes of loving kindness for them. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Now let's expand our loving kindness beyond the circle of beloved ones. There are so many other beings, not only human beings. You can extend the wishes of loving kindness to all the other animals, to all the other creatures. Visible or invisible, living near or far away places. Genuinely, let's extend the wishes of loving kindness to all beings living in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods, in this country, in this world, in this universe. May all beings be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Sitting right here, you can expand your loving kindness into every direction. Extend your wishes of loving kindness into the direction of the front, back, left, right, above and below. May all beings living in every direction be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Even in this moment, there are so many beings, human beings and other beings, who are suffering due to many conditions. Let's extend our genuine loving kindness for them, wishing them to be free from suffering, to be free from fear, to have peaceful minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Repeat it in your mind and cultivate your boundless, genuine loving kindness for all beings. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. I'll chant it in Pali. listening to the chanting. Cultivate your boundless loving kindness, wishing them to have peaceful, happy minds. Sabbi Santa Bhavantu Sukhi Tanta 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 Observe your mind. Observe how the loving kindness has made your mind peaceful. You are peaceful with loving kindness and also relaxed. Now you can gently move your attention into your breath to practice breathing meditation as a silent meditation. Keeping your upper body somewhat upright. Take a deep breath slowly and slowly breathe out through your nostrils. Try to keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostrils. And feel the area. But you can feel there while you are breathing in and breathing out. Or any other changes happening in your body while you are breathing in or breathing out. Keeping your full awareness throughout the whole process of the breath. Mindfully breathe in and mindfully breathe out. If you notice any other thoughts occur in your mind, Simply observe them and mindfully come back into the breath. Bring your awareness into the breath until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with your breath. You are in the last few minutes in your meditation. Make your full effort to be with the breath in these last few minutes. Mindfully breathe in and mindfully breathe out. Dukkhappatthāca Nidukkha Bhayappatthāca Nibbhaya Sokappatthāca Nissokha Hontu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. Let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the great teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom from generation to generation. And also, you can appreciate the guidance and the instructions you received for this meditation today. And let's deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped us to practice this meditation peacefully and comfortably, who cleaned and arranged this place for you, who are taking care of this center for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And even these non-living things we are using for meditation, the cushion, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the device which helped to connect to this meditation from home. So with deep gratitude and appreciating the support to conclude our meditation, let's say sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay.
All experience our loving kindness and experience the bare life with our breath. Yes. Thank you, Bante, for the guidance. So, any questions or sharing of your practice?
Will you put this on the website, the meditation?
YouTube?
Pardon?
YouTube.
Um,
It is in the YouTube. Even right now, it's live streaming in the YouTube.
No, I mean like when you go to your website, on there, so I can listen to it
Yeah, at
every
home.
day of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, an audio.
I'll show you how to do that.
Okay. And this is Theravada Buddhist. Yes.
Let's say, yeah. This is cool, yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah. Let's say yes now, yeah.
Okay. Because, you know, I started out in Tibetan.
Yeah, Vajrayana.
Mahayana. And they had what was I going to say? Bodhisattva.
Mm.
Theravada. You can become a bodhisattva.
Yes.
Okay. How do you do that?
You make
What do
the-
I got to do?
Make the vow. Okay. So that's a whole different lesson. But,
Put it on your list.
yeah. Very briefly, in Theravada tradition, based on this suttas we find in the Pali Canon, we learned that the liberation is this gradual transformation of our mind, overcoming our ignorance and craving. So there are. So when you do it following the teachings of the Buddha, as disciples of the Buddha, and when you achieve the same level of enlightenment, we don't call them the Buddha. In Theravada tradition, we reserve the term Buddha to one who rediscovered this possibility of enlightenment in one particular period, and then expounded it to others. So we reserve that name Buddha for that person. And whoever become the Buddha or enlightened after the Buddha by following his teachings, and we call them Arahant. Means enlightened one, but it's a different name because they become enlightened as disciples of a primary teacher who rediscovers for the first time at that age. Okay. And then there's a third possibility when there are no Buddha, there's no teachings of the Buddha, but it is possible, in some human beings, they do their own practice. They somehow come to know this reality and become enlightened, but they will not establish a community and they will not leave behind teachings. We call them silent Buddha or Pacceka Buddha. So in Theravada tradition, you can become enlightened as either a Buddha or the silent Buddha or as a disciple of the Buddha, called Arahant. So 3 doorways to become enlightened. So what's called Mahayana, Maha means great, that means they try to become enlightened only like becoming the Buddha himself, like the Buddha. So all living beings. So
I thought that was him.
choosing the Buddhahood, choosing to become like the Buddha, is the practice of Mahayana. So in Theravada tradition, we have 3 options. You can either vow to become a Buddha, like waiting for some period, time there's no teachings available, and you become the Buddha, reveal everything again for the whole living beings. So you can choose either to become that journey is a little longer, then you have to become Bodhisattva, or you can become enlightened as a disciple of the Buddha because teaching is available, techniques are there, you just follow it and you become enlightened. You can choose to become Arahant, or you can choose to become a silent Buddha. So in Theravada tradition, you can choose from one of these options. Mahayana, they try to become, they select the first option, the great option.
Not what I learned that you could do that, or you could choose to be a bodhisattva and
That-
hold off
Bodhisattva
and keep
means,
coming back and teaching
Bodhisattva
on
means
purpose. Like,
be choosing to become the Buddha, and then that's a long journey, not like a many lifetime journey. In that, until you become Buddha, you call Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means Buddha to be. So because we are choosing a longer journey, because we are waiting for time that teaching is not available. So until then, you are like practicing. It's a long journey. So until then, you are called Bodhisattva. But in Theravada tradition, anyone who has committed to become one of these enlightened beings, as long as they are practicing, they can be called Bodhisattva. Yeah. But in Mahayana tradition, they also believe that there are beings who have developed to a higher level. They are almost a Buddha, but they purposely delay their enlightenment.
right,
Yeah.
that's what
So
I learned
that's
was
not the
bodhisattva.
everyone. Among many bodhisattvas, the advanced bodhisattvas who have reached different levels, the highest level. But anyone who has committed, who has developed what they call bodhicitta, the becoming, and that can be called bodhisattva. So in Theravada tradition, anyone who have committed to either become the Buddha, or become Arahant, or become a silent Buddha can be called bodhisattvas. But in Mahayana tradition, they don't deny the other two, but they have selected the first one. That's what they call Mahayana, the great vehicle. They have selected the large vehicle, like
Tantric.
no, the Mahayana means great vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I learned about was Hinayana, Mahayana, Tantrayana.
Vajrayana, no, yeah.
What-
Actually, Hinayana is never used. I mean, it's going to be a different historical lesson. Hinayana is not a good term.
Well, that's what I was just.
Yeah, it is not. Nobody recognize themselves as Hinayana.
Okay.
Yeah, means like a low vehicle.
So what about Tantrayana?
It's called Vajrayana. Actually, the true term is Vajrayana. Vajrayana is same as Mahayana, selected to become the Buddha, and they become Bodhisattva. But just that, the difference is that Vajrayana tradition claims that they discover specific techniques, what we call Tantra, special techniques that can speed up the enlightenment process. So that those are sacred methods. That's why they call Tantra. So the Vajrayana is like a Mahayana plus.
Okay, oh, that's what I always thought.
Yeah, like a tantra, especially because they believe that they know special techniques, which can be risky, but they believe that by using those special techniques, you can speed up to become the Buddha rather than going that long journey of a bodhisattva. You can speed up the process by using those specific, risky but very effective techniques, and they are only revealed to you when your teacher think that you are ready, because they can be very risky. Therefore, it's called esoteric techniques. That's what we call tantra. Sometimes called tantrayana because of those special techniques.
So
Yeah, we had
the Dalai Lama is considered a
Vajrayana, Mahayana. Yeah, Vajrayana means Mahayana, but just they have additional techniques.
You start a class of history of Buddhism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will offer that class.
Great.
But actually, if you really learn, so what we call Hinayana is actually all the Buddhist traditions before Mahayana is called Hinayana by Mahayana school, but not any school by themselves.
Okay.
So, but the only school that managed to survive up to now is called Theravada. But there are many other schools too. Yeah. So my simple answer is that the Mahayana means Theravada plus. Because all the teachings in Theravada and all basic teachings that are preserved in the Pali Canon is accepted by Mahayana. They all accepted, the basic like Four Noble Truths and dependent origination, all teaching of karma. They just simply have additional practices of a bodhisattva. So it can be called Theravada plus is Mahayana. And Vajrayana is Theravada plus.
Okay.
So that's how actually the tradition evolved. Yeah. Anyway, very important is the practice. Anyway, so coming back to our schedule, our program. We are learning the chanting book, actually. So we are in page 6. 5 precepts. So we learned briefly last week, actually, the precepts are part of the Buddhist practice. And so this the Buddhist practice start with right understanding, means understanding how suffering arises, understand the mechanism of suffering, and understanding that that experience of suffering.
Are they joining through Zoom today?
Who?
Why? Boleh beli dengan jodoh balik.
So last time we had people from Cleveland Temple join us through Zoom. So right understanding is when you have some understanding of the mechanism of suffering, like understanding suffering is a causal product. It appears when causes and conditions are there. So no one is making us suffering, and we ourselves are also not really causing our own suffering. We of course we play some part of it, but it's a causal process, like depending arising process. So once you have that understanding of the mechanism of suffering, and then you understand this is not a must. If you change the causes and conditions, and then you can change this, what you call suffering or dissatisfaction and all the problems. And so as a result, then you start, okay, how we can do that. So it's a gradual practice. The causes and conditions of suffering can be addressed when our mind is sharpened and trained. So the way to do it is starting with the precepts. So that is why in the Noble Eightfold Path, after the right understanding, you have right resolves, that we make a resolution, we make a wish that, I'm going to live my life as a way of transcending suffering and as a way of helping others to transcend suffering. So those are resolves, or right resolves. And then the real practices start with right speech, right action, right livelihood, which means the precepts. That means then precepts are not helping you to eradicate suffering. Precepts are helping us to reduce suffering. Good enough, right? If we can reduce, yeah. Because precepts are like initial practice to reduce suffering, because you recognize the very rough behaviors that will generate suffering in us, and that they'll create suffering to others. We have a life, goal, that is to live, that is, to live a life as a way to transcend suffering, and then live a life to achieve deep peace and happiness. So then you recognize behaviors that will create suffering in us and others, and you purposely try to prevent yourself from doing that. So the 5 precepts are the very, very basic precepts that recognize 5 types of behaviors that will generate suffering for you and for others, and then purposely try to refrain from that. But we will not able to like stop. Okay, right now I'm going to stop today, and from tomorrow I'm not going to do anything. That's not going to happen, because Buddha understood the human behavior. Although we want not to, although we want not to hurt others, we hurt anyway. Because of our urge, because of our habitual tendencies. Therefore, so Buddha proposed precepts, which is different from rules. That means they are training rules. We commit ourselves, we try our best to control those things, and we are successful most of the time, but sometimes we transgress. And then we forgive ourselves, we take the vows again. You just did it in the beginning of the meditation. Every week at least you are renewing your vows. That implies that you have broken your vows in the week. Hopefully, but that the frequency of breaking will be reduced. The more we commit, more we practice, it will be reduced. So that is the idea of precepts. So we talk about the first precepts. This is to kind of weaken our defilements, weaken our craving and other defilements. So the Buddhist way of addressing the causes of suffering, which is the ignorance and craving and defilements, our unhealthy mental tendencies, the Buddhist way of approaching them, before you eliminate them, first you weaken them. Like first you weaken them, and then only at the end you will eliminate them. It will be easier for us to eliminate when you weaken them, right? So precepts are the way of weakening them. You're not going to get rid of them, but you are going to weaken them. How you weaken them? By observing the precepts, by living by these precepts. These urges will come to us, but we will, by observing them, not following these urges expressing them in our speech and body, we are weakening the urge by not acting out of it. So that's what we are doing. Yeah.
When you say urges, is it also
Defilements.
attachments?
Thinking about these 5, like urge to hurt and kill others, urge to steal, like urge to have unrighteous sensual or sexual gratification, urge to lie. At least in these precepts, urge to do those things, but can be in larger sense any urge to do unwholesome things. So those things will keep occurring. And because if you have committed to follow the precepts, that gives you kind of support to notice it. Oh, I feel like lying. I have observed the precept to lie
Then if
or
we
not
are
to
able
lie.
to apply right mindfulness and right effort.
Exactly. But this is the opportunity for us to practice mindfulness and effort. You feel like lying, because you are going to get a lot of advantage if you lie, okay, to lie or not to lie. So we will have that. You notice the urge, and if you remember the precept, no, I'm going to commit into my precept, you don't lie. As a result, your urge to lie will be weaker. And you will still have it, but it will be weaken and weaken. So these are so the moral life in Buddhism is not the end. It's not the end. It's the step towards complete freedom. But we are weakening it. Just because you live by precept doesn't mean that you are perfect, like in terms of your liberation, in terms of spiritual growth. Just by not doing things, you're not really completely purified, but that is a necessary step towards that. So let's talk about the second precept. So its translation is, I take the precept to abstain from taking what is not given. Bhante, we have this interesting term, adinna dana.
Yeah, that is how it in Pali. We already chanted.
Adinna
Adinna
dana.
dana. It's a single word, right, Bhante?
Yeah.
But
But you can you can separate them.
separate it. Adinna dana, when we separate it grammatically. Adinna adana. Two words joined together. And the exact literal meaning is given by the here, that is taking what is not given. When we read Bhante, the affirmative vows are the opposite page. We read exploitation, stealing, and oppression. When we go to the literal meaning and the practical meaning, here it is not just only stealing. This adinna means not given. What is not given? Adinna. There are the same word, the same verbal root over here, Bhante. That is adinna. That is not given. Adana means taking.
Yeah.
And also, you know what term is dan? Adana. When we remove the first prefix, when we take it out, dana.
You know dana, right?
Dana, right?
Generosity.
Yeah. Dana, generosity and giving.
Giving.
Dana. When you say adana, is opposite of giving. What is opposite of giving? Taking, yes. Yeah, that is adana. But taking, adinna.
Adinna, yeah. Again, adinna.
What is adinna?
Dinna means given. Adinna means the negative
Opposite.
meaning, opposite.
Like amoral, apolitical.
Not given. Taking what is not given.
So a little bit broader than stealing. Yeah. So so stealing included, but like taking what is not given, it can be a little bit broader. It's like taking what you don't let's say you go to work, you do a floppy job and get the salary that is deserved for diligent work. It's also adinna dana. And let's say you found something drop on the floor, and if you look for an owner, asking everyone and look for owner, if there's no owner, at least immediately you can take it with the provision that if I find the owner, I can take it. But let's say you saw someone drop $100 bill, and then you saw it, the person didn't notice, he went, okay, I didn't steal it, I just took what he was dropped. So, but it still maybe not be stealing, but it is taking what is not given. Yeah.
So if you didn't see who dropped it,
Then you can make an effort. Let's say it's this intention. Let's say, oh, great opportunity, no one is around, let me take it. Then it's still adinna dana. But let's say you saw it and you really make an effort to find the owner, and you didn't find the owner, and then maybe you take it, maybe make a donation. You think whatever who your owner get the merits, make the donation, or maybe So so it can include. So actually, basically, it's like respecting the property of others. Like that's what we say in the vows. And then. It's definitely encouraging honesty and right livelihood. So this taking what is not given can include stealing. That means secretly taking other people's things, and it can include robbery. That means not secretly taking something forcefully. You show a knife and then try to take what people, or you try to drag it. So that's robbery. It's also a form of adinna dana. And then fraudulence, fraud. That's mean when you make false claim, in your company, You just submit forms that you didn't really spend, but you think that you deserve, and you submit false claims for expenses you didn't do. That kind of fraudulent. And then other one could be deceit. That means you don't really provide the real service, but you kind of deceive the other person, like that. Let's say maybe you claim that you've given them the best product, but you actually give them the product that is in a second level, but you charge for the first quality, whatever. So the deceiving, yeah. So those things are included in this so the whole goal is actually to this is like training the mind, like training the mind of like selfishly taking advantage of others, like there's a training craving training, this dishonesty, so the training the mind. So this is what we are doing basically as a part of training the mind. And then also try to respectful for anyone's property, and be honest, and like have integrity in life. So that gives kind of freedom, and different kind of joy, called joy of blamelessness. And that kind of life is free from a lot of suffering, unnecessary suffering, that if you keep on stealing, or deceiving, or doing fraud, that life can be a little complicated. Not to that person giving troubles and causing problem for others, but the person himself has to deal with a lot of complications in the life, and that itself will steal his own happiness. Um, I think most of us live that kind of life. Mostly we try our best to be honest, and best to we try our best. So we just but we do it with a purpose. I mean, so let's say someone didn't hurt anyone because he didn't get an opportunity to hurt, doesn't mean that he's following precept. But you observe the precept, and you take that intentional goal in your life, make the vow. You still didn't get a chance to hurt anyone, but you follow the precept because you have taken the vow. You are intentionally doing it, not just because you didn't get a chance. So therefore, we may not get any opportunity to steal or take what is not given. That doesn't mean that for a whole month you have not taken anything, you have not done any fraud, anything. Doesn't mean that you follow the precept. Doesn't mean that you train your mind. But if you live that life with taking these vows, like mindfully taking the vows and intentionally, making that vows and intentionally living that life, and you may get an opportunity, but you will not do it, even though you didn't get an opportunity, and that you are following the precepts, and you are training the mind because you set the goal. Whether you get the opportunity or not, we have set the goal, we have set the intention, so it's training the mind. And there's, in traditional Bhante, we have funny practice. I remember, some grandmothers used to tell, youth, who are like living sometime not really a perfect moral life. They will say that at least observe the precept before you go to sleep. Until next morning, you at least following the precept. Not because you didn't get the opportunity when you're sleeping, but at least you make a promise, make a vow before you sleep. Yeah, that's funny, but that's the least you can do. Observe the 5 precepts before you go to sleep, at least for that time period. Yeah, but that's not the perfect practice, but yeah.
So stealing, kid, my Barbie had the most extravagant wardrobe.
Barbie, who's your
Oh,
Barbie?
Barbie is a doll.
Okay. And then, okay.
And
Oh,
we-
Barbie doll, okay.
Yeah, Barbie
that's-
doll. And, my sisters and I stole a lot of Barbie doll clothes and candy.
From the stores.
Yes. We were pretty good at it. Although I
Well-
did get caught once, and that was the end of that. But, I was like,
That's a little girl, right? Yeah.
yeah, like 11, 12. Yeah. So.
Those
With
days,
my
no
karma
CCTV
gonna be
sensor,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah. You're going to be poor. You are taking those others. But you can correct it. You can rectify your karma now. Yeah. By donating or giving Barbie dolls to as many children as you can.
And clothes.
Clothes.
Daughters love her.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't like the
So
clothes.
whatever you have installed, now you are giving, you're trying to, donate. Yeah, it's kind of rectifying the government, but not fully.
Well, I keep thinking about Robin Hood, right? So you know the story of Robin Hood. He
Yeah.
steals from
Rich
to
and
give to the poor. So
Yeah.
does that mean he's neutral? Like, is it balancing out because he's
yeah, that's a good practice, but so it is. Yeah, but so you have to examine his mind. What was his intention, and then but still he's giving suffering to many others.
yes?
I mean, let's say, rich means person may have work hard and earn that thing
Yeah.
righteously.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then you have no right. You
I
cannot
think,
say it's
you know,
fair.
His goals, I think the sheriff of Nottingham made mostly, all the tax money he's in the cartoon though, right? Like we've probably never seen the Disney cartoon of Robin Hood. but-
No.
You have to watch it. It's work. It's for work. No, he mainly steals, and so I don't know. As a kid, you think like, oh, he's a good guy. Like, really?
Yeah.
But wasn't he stealing from the bad people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Bad people means
Well,
they
were
still,
stealing.
yeah, is that a property
they
or
were very
anything?
greedy and taking money. From
No, I think there are
you know.
okay. So now, whether you take from bad people or good people, you have broken the precept.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's the basis.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then we can talk about different topics, which is the gravity of the karma that you make.
Yes.
Here we didn't talk about the karma. We talk about
No.
how the precepts are trained in the mind.
Yeah.
But if you break the precepts, in addition to losing the training, you are also creating bad karma, like if
Yes.
you kill or steal.
Yeah.
And you are doing different levels of karma based on different kinds of robbery, different
Yeah.
kinds of it. So if you've taken things from a very virtuous person, very honest and humble, virtuous person, and that karma may be heavier than taking things from unrighteous or
Yeah.
from a person. Still, the precepts are broken, but the gravity of the karma may be different. Let's say, if you stole a bowl of a monk who is begging the food, for example, okay, so and then maybe
You have other issues at that point,
yeah,
right?
and then you took a very important essential thing from a virtuous person.
Mhm.
Maybe you stole $1 million from the person who is stealing other people's money, right?
Yeah.
So although you took 1 million, and the owner is
Relative.
unrighteous, so and although you take just simple bowl from the righteous person, that karma is heavier
Yeah.
than your steal of $1 million. So when we come to karma, the quality of the owner and your intention and the impact you are doing all matters to decide the gravity of the karma. So Robin Hood is breaking the precepts, but maybe he's creating a less heavier karma.
Yeah.
If you take him for the bad people.
I'm gonna blow my kids' minds next time we watch the cartoon.
Yes.
So Monte, just a question. Last week, I think you said something when we were talking about, like you said, following the precepts not only means not to do something, but to try and do the
Oh,
opposite.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So in this case, it would be try to be generous.
Yes, that is exactly what we say in the vows.
Mhm.
You know the vows?
Yeah.
Yeah. What we say in the vows, Bante?
To
Yeah.
respect the property of others, to
Yeah.
practice generosity by sharing time, energy,
Yeah.
materials.
Yeah. And once we weaken the defilements and then we develop the opposite virtue. You know, the stealing will be like greediness. You know, selfish desire is the defilement we're going to weaken, and the opposite will be like generosity, sharing. You know, so that we cultivate by giving, sharing our time.
Two questions.
I know.
First
Okay.
one being, so, what, is there a term for good taking, like I'm taking knowledge, or is it I'm giving learning, right? Is there a term for good, or I'm taking the time to, be benevolent, but you're still taking?
Taking other people's time.
Well, you're taking,
Like right now, we're
so,
taking
you're
teaching.
teaching me.
Yeah.
So I'm taking your knowledge from.
Yeah, you are the recipient. I'm the giver.
Mm.
So you give an opportunity for someone to give.
Okay. Because it's an understood situation. Just, I'm here to learn from you,
Yeah.
so it's understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the other question is, so like removing the dross from silver, does that
Yeah.
refers back to the precepts and how difficult it is to follow them on a regular basis?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. So it's a gradual path. You know, so that indicates a gradual path. Precepts is part of that practice, but then of course, meditation and contemplations are part. So the levels of layers and layers of defilements in different levels. So when you remove the gross from silver, there are there are different levels of
Purity.
different levels of dust also.
Okay.
So so precepts will remove the most gross level of defilements, but there are subtle levels of defilements we have to adjust to a calming meditation. Welcome. Okay, so let's move to the next part of the program. Sharing the merits. By coming to this practice today, doing this wholesome practice together, we have generated so much goodness in our heart, good karma, good merits. Now it is time for us to share these merits with many others. First of all, let us recall to our mind whoever our departed relatives or family members. We will think about them, be grateful to them, and share these merits with them. Of course, Aurora, you can think about your mom who gave you the birth on this day. So we share our merits with her and with everyone else. You can recall to your mind your own family members and ancestors and relatives. May they all share these merits. May they all be well, happy, and peaceful. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Let us also share this merits with all other living beings. If there's any living being who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ittavata cha amhi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world, Let us take a moment to make a strong wish, a strong asseveration, a strong aspiration today. We have practiced these teachings today. We have meditated well. So with that strong focused mind, let us make a wish that may all people in the possession of power, all people who are making decisions in the world, may they have more wisdom, may they have more empathy, more compassion, may they find ways to address their concerns in non-violent ways. May they find ways to meet their needs in an alternative ways. May they all find ways to address and solve their conflicts and meet their needs and address their concerns in a non-violent ways. And may all people be safe. May the rulers be righteous and wise, and may there be peace in the world. With that wish we will chant. May the weather be pleasing, may the people prosper in their lives, may there be peace and happiness in the world, may the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain nirvana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be healed. Now we will do our blessing chant. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra, the particular sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We will chant the same sutra for you, wishing you all good health, strength and courage to overcome your difficulties, and more opportunities for you to help others. And we wish that may you be blessed with good health, peace, and happiness. And we also want to extend blessings today to Aurora, wishing you happy birthday and wishing you good health and all the success and all the light to your life. And you may also recall to your life whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, people who are sick, and recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May you all receive these blessings. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yam tang santang padang abhisamidye sakko jocha sujocha suacho chansa mudu anatimani samto sunsakocha subarocha ampaginchocha sallahuka bunti santrendriyocha nipakoche ampagambo kulesu ananugindo nachakundam samachari kimchena vinyo pare upavadeyong sokino vakemino hontu sabbe santa bhavantu sukitanta eke chipana bhutanti tasavata varava anavasesa digavaye mahantava manjima rasansakanukatula dintavaye vandintaye chadure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavi siva sabbe santa bhava
ki tattana paro parang nikumbete nati manyeta kapta chinang kanche vyarosana patiga sanyanya manyasa dukka micchaya matayata niyang puntang ayusa eka punta manurangke vampe sabba bhutesu mana sambhavani aparimanang ettang ca sabba lokasmin mana sambhavaye aparimanang uddang adoca tiriyang asambadang avirang asapantang tittang carang nisingno asayano vayavatassa vigadamindo etang sating aditteya brahmamitang viharang idamaho ditting ca anupaganna silava dasanena sampanno kamesu viniyagedang nahi jatu gambaseyang punareti etena satcha vajjena sontite hotu sambata etena satcha vajjena sambarogo vinassatu etena satcha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sambarogo vinassatu mate bhavantantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sunti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sunti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sunti bhavantu te.
Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to our mind whatever kind deeds that we were able to do during our past few days. Think about an incident in which you were able to help someone. You were able to kind to someone. Think about an actual moment that you had that opportunity. Let us rejoice. These opportunities to be kind to others. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share share this joy with all beings everywhere.
I'm glad to share this joy with all beings
May
everywhere.
my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other beings.
relieve the burdens of other beings.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all ills and pain.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
and merits that come from them
and merits that come from them
help me in free my heart.
help me to free my heart.
Let us also take a moment to reflect on the kindness we receive from others. Think about an incident, a moment in your past week that someone was kind to you. Someone listened to you, and someone gifted something to you. Let us rejoice. Goodness of others. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
Expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living
May the
beings.
kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Really appreciate your participation tonight. Feels so good and so encouraging to see your commitment, your participation. And those who join our YouTube, we also appreciate your presence. Thank you for all your comments in the chat section. Sorry, we didn't see them earlier. Maybe next time we will attend to that. We don't see the name, but Chavale, right? Chevrolet, thank you for your questions. And then Tina, thank you for your questions. Adrian, thank you for your comments. And we will address these questions later. Yeah, thank you. So this weekend, this Sunday is going to be a big day. As you know, that we are having a celebration here. We can say celebration of the spring. It's a Sri Lankan New Year celebration. So traditional celebration, we have a number of, we have potluck lunch. And then afternoon, we have a forgiveness session to start new round of the year. And also a blessed, we will anoint blessed oil on you. And then we'll also have traditional games for people to, particularly for children, but if adults want to join, they can join too. So please plan to be here on Sunday. If you like to bring a dish, you can sign up. If you'd like to bring water or fruit juice or anything, you can also sign up. Or you can bring also paper plates and cups too. Yeah. And if you'd like to give us a hand to prepare for the celebration Saturday afternoon at 4:00, we are putting up tents and flags and so many things. And yeah, you were talking about taking and giving. So so for Saturday, 4:00, and if you have time for a short time, please think about coming and helping us. Yeah, if you can come, let me know, so I want to know how many volunteers will be there. Thank you, everyone. Look forward to good night to all.